Hi, Midlife Goddess here. I was thinking about not just thinking, I was thinking about this and I was talking about this with a friend of mine who has been dating a much younger guy. And let me preface this by saying that this is a friend of mine who I was the motivator to get her to even consider dating younger men. She was always dating older guys, quite older. And she was always talking about things like, he can't do this because of his back or blah, blah, blah. And I said, you are so youthful and you should just try this. And she's one of those people that at first when you give her your unsolicited advice, which you get what you pay for. When you tell her, she says, heck no. But then all of a sudden she's doing it. And I love that about her. I think it's really great. Anyway, she and I were talking about adjustments that you have to make when you're going to date a younger man. If you're going to open yourself up to dating a younger guy, what's going to happen? And now, for the record, I am not suggesting that you date a child. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's like porn. You know it when you see it. You know a child is a child, okay? You can tell if somebody's mature enough to be dating them or if it's disgusting. And sometimes when I hear, I'm all about age gap romance, when the two people are mentally well suited to each other. And the way that you can tell two people are mentally well suited to each other is if you close your eyes and listen to them have a conversation, do they sound like they're on the same level? Do they have the same energy, the same sort of wit, the same sort of interests? That's how you can tell if that's a compatible couple. If you close your eyes and you hear an old person talking to a child, you don't even need to look and see what's going on. You can hear it, trust your ears. Anyway, nonetheless, no matter what an old soul, the younger guy that you choose to date will be, there's a couple hurdles, I will say. Things you might want to be prepared for. Number one is his friends. Just because he is a more mature person does not mean his friends will all be. He's going to have some friends that you're just like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm hanging out with kids. Normal, unavoidable. However, one thing I've noticed with myself and dating younger men, I'm talking about serious relationships, not hookups, not sex. I'm talking about long-term relationships. And one in particular who I was dating who, I'm getting off track, but basically, I noticed that a lot of his friends were older people, older than me. And his friend group was varied. He had some of those younger friends where you're like, oh, but a lot of his best friends were older and significantly older than he was because he was an older soul, right? And maybe I was a little immature at the time. Maybe I still am. Who knows? Either way. And she was saying about the person that she's dating now, how a lot of his friends are, again, older than her. So that could even be a good way to judge whether this person is truly dateable. Are you the only person they know that's not their age? Or do they have a lot of friends that are? Okay, so, but nonetheless, you have to be prepared for those friends who aren't. Number two, you have to be prepared for their possibly less sophisticated taste in food than you have. Now, I'm hoping that you don't want to date someone who's eating just pizza and chicken fingers because that would fall into the category of a child. And I'm hoping that you're dating somebody who likes the same food as you like. But you will find, I've noticed with guys who are younger, that their attachment to food doesn't seem to be the same in the same way. So they're more likely to just eat tacos all the time, and it kind of takes a little getting used to. If you're used to eating, a lot of women, myself included, might just eat some brie and a couple pieces of fruit or some nuts, you know what I mean? We don't even really eat meals. They want more meals, I think. They're growing. It's a sick joke. I can't help myself with the sick jokes on this subject because it lends itself to sick jokes. But you might find that their snacks and their ideas of snacks are different than yours and their frequency of snacks is different than yours. So the food thing seems to be, to me, a little something to get used to in a lot of cases. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna say is that the way they communicate is going to be different. Older guys they're not as tech savvy, and they're certainly not going to be texting you as much in general. They're going to want to talk on the phone. And if you're used to dating younger guys, you probably don't want to talk on the phone that much yourself at this point because you're also used to texting. But younger guys, that time when you do want to talk on the phone, they don't want to talk on the phone. Not usually. Once in a blue moon, sometimes, or if the relationship, as it becomes more serious and you are not in the same city or something, then you'll be talking on the phone. But in general, they're going to want to text quickly during the day, and they're going to want to make plans, and it's going to be very easy. Another thing that you have to prepare yourself for is younger guys are big fans of selfies, and they are definitely going to be sending you some. Not definitely. I guess some guys are never going to like selfies, but a lot of younger guys are going to, that's how they communicate, is in pictures, which makes it really easy for you because you just send a picture back, right? Very simple. Now, if you feel uncomfortable with the picture thing, just maybe take a few pictures of yourself in various situations. So if you absolutely they send you a selfie, you're expected to send one back. So if you had one already of you in the car, or you, wherever, a variety, around your house, ready to go, it would be easier to send that back than to try to take one right then sometimes, You know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. So those are things that can just be a little different with dating a younger guy. And they're not bad things. They're cool. They're good things. I think it's a blessing in many, many ways when you have more experience in some things and they have more experience in other things, and you can learn from each other. It's actually a wonderful situation. And I'm not really talking about the cougar going out and looking for guys just to have sex with. Gosh, I think that's an awful exchange of energy and you're depleting yourself. I'm talking about you have your life and younger guys just sort of come into it. And the things you should expect if you open your mind, as far as maybe I'll give dating someone younger a shot, especially if you were closed-minded about it before. It's, kind of a different world in some way. And I've done other videos talking about how to go back after you've dated younger guys, how to go back to guys who are your own age or older. Your own age is not really a challenge, because if they're as young as you are, as far as current, modern, and energetic as you are, then that'll be an easy match. But if you want to date someone older after dating someone younger, it really can be something. So thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. I'm about to go have a bath and relax and prepare myself for a party. Because I think you should always, when you're invited to a party by your friends, you should always go. And you should always bring your best self. Thank you for watching. Live an exciting and wonderful story. Please like, subscribe, share, and come back soon. Bye.